hip hop liberation. Okay, I'm gonna start out. We're gonna ask some questions. So what I like to do first is to ask Bill, how did you get the lady? I call her the lady in the red dress, but what's her name?
Sophia.
Sophia. That's good to know.
Sophia Knowles.
Last name too.
Yes. Sophia.
I can Facebook and Google that. Some privacy laws here. Okay. Did you get what? Sophia Knowlton? All right. We get a little feedback over here. Okay. How did you get her eyes to turn red? And I say that because this is not a big budget Hollywood like blockbuster. It's a blockbuster, but it didn't have a $300 million budget. And you usually see those types of things in those movies, but when you see special effects like that in indie films, it gets your attention.
That particular effect was actually one I had to do because we shot the scene that said her eyes turned red, like they were on fire, before I had even figured out how to do that effect. So my back was up against the wall. I was in a corner as far as doing that goes. But I actually just Googled the effect. Just make eyes change color, I think was the Google term I used. And it took me to a site called Video Copilot. And just found a tutorial on that. I'm not going to go into all the technical aspects of it. But if you go to Video Copilot, you can find a tutorial that will teach you how to change the color of a person's eyes in the film. Yeah, it's not more interested in it yet. Yes, sir.
At the end of the movie indicates that this was sort of a true story. Was it a true story?
No. Actually, the end of the end was like, for me, the last couple of minutes were just for me, because I was telling everybody, at the end of it, what we're going to do is we're going to do the whole movie again, but it's going to be a movie about the movie. And they're like, okay. Whatever. When people see it, it makes a little bit more sense than it did when I tried to say it. But no, it's no, not true. All made up.
I'm sorry, I recognize the too, so fair and democratic.
Yes, sir.
What nightclub were you in a nightclub scene with the comedian?
With Shucky Ducky? That actually was not a nightclub. Were either of you two there for that?
I think I was.
Okay. That was a like a community center that one of our location managers found, or location producers found, and we just went to Walmart, bought some card tables, and put black plastic tablecloths on them, bought some candles, made sure that good housekeeping was not towards the camera, lit them, put red grape juice, white grape juice, and tea on the tables to look like drinks, and turned the lights down, and said it was a club. That's the thing about film. If you say that's what it is, everybody's gonna believe that's what it is. So.
How long did it take to make the film? I guess you could
The
pre-production and
principal photography was about 3-4 months. We started about the end of April, and the last shot was taken in September. Yeah. Yes.
Comment and a question. It's weird because my dad actually passed on his birthday, so I'm gonna start looking in our family history to see if we have any curses. But so speaking on that, curses. So black magic, juju. How did that play into making the film? And it's kind of creepy, because at the end it's like your wife, the character's wife, believed in the spirit because she saw it and hit it on the head with a frying pan. So how did that come into fruition with the whole scripting and casting and everything?
This is actually the reimagining or a re-examination of the first film I ever made, which is titled 40. And same character, Marshall Dixon, well, same set of characters actually in that film. So if you Google my name and 40, you can actually see that film. It's a little 30-minute short. That in that film, same thing. Father died on his 40th birthday, grandfather, so on and so forth. But we never explained it in that film. I had the mythology in my head, but we didn't really get into it so that the audience could see it. So we never know, is it all in his head? Is it actually happening? What? And that came from the fact that my father didn't die on his birthday, but he did die when he was 40. And so making that film was really cathartic for me to really work out my own mortality, so to speak. So that's what 40 addressed. Now making this film, I'm over 50 when I make this film, and I don't think that me playing the character can pass for turning 40, so we updated it to 50 and just brought the mythology forward that was in my head when I made it. There had to be a reason why they were all dying at 40, and so as I contemplated it, went over it, this New Orleans, Louisiana, Cajun, voodoo type of, I kept going there. The character, as well as she works, in the original script was written as a male, but none of the characters, I kept calling actors, nobody would return the calls. And so finally I said, this would work as a female. And I'm glad we did that. Those happy accidents that happened, because it's a much better story. You have this all these other nuances that come into play with that character being a female as opposed to male. Would have worked well that other way, but it would have had an entirely different vibe. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because I forgot what I was saying. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
The New Orleans voodoo thing. Yeah.
Oh, and the character was based on the Papa Gay. And I forget his wife's name, but Papa Gay and just just all of those characters. Everybody know who Papa Gay is? In mythology, he's the guy that you see that's has a skull and a top hat and a cane. And that's Papa Gay. Yes.
I loved in the movie that he was this lucky guy, but he wasn't going to use his luck to learn his lesson from his dad. I kept wondering though, what was the initial curse? Why were they all left like that?
The curse started in around about 1862, just before slavery was abolished, and we had a couple that escaped from slavery, and they were on their way out. She's pregnant. The Tiffy that was referred to in the story is pregnant, about to have a baby, and the original grandfather named Marshall just cannot stand to lose anymore. He's lost children, he's lost a lot of family members, just cannot stand to lose anymore. So they gonna make a crossroads deal with the lady in red. And that's, for me, the beginning of the story is her coming to this time to collect this latest victim. And so that's how the curse began. It's a crossroad deal gone bad. It just, the way that it was put together, it just extended from generation to generation, firstborn son.
So are you thinking about making a prequel?
No, I'm not. No, we're done with this one. That's the second time I made this movie. I'm not playing Marshall again.
Okay.
So,
Next venture.
The next film is a little bit, a lot less locations, a lot less actors, and a little bit less supernatural. Still writing it, so it's still ironing itself out, but I do know that it's more reality based, so to speak. So.
Got a question for you. I defer to the lady.
Okay. I felt like the actors were really natural and believable. Did they have prior acting experience?
I believe everybody on the film was an experienced actor. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I was the worst one. I was the most difficult. I was prima donna. I gave the director so much trouble. Refused to come out of my trailer until I came and spoke to my son.
My question is for Nicole. What was your job and responsibilities as a producer?
My producer role was contracts. So I was there for all the paperwork, making sure that contracts were signed, people came in. So I was on the paperwork side, the fun part.
Well, make sure we start on time, finish on time.
Yeah,
You
that
got
good stuff.
2 minutes to finish this shot. Yeah.
Actually got a chance to do a little bit of the audio on a couple of the scenes as well too. So
Okay, then how did you fund it, Nicole? Or how was the film funded?
well, I was not a part of the fundraising. I just made sure that I was really more a part of the, I guess you could say, the day-to-day, making sure, like I said, when people came, what time they got there, when they left, being on time as far as like locations, stuff like that. So that was my role.
I have another question for Israel. As the director, you're a DP, right?
Yes.
DP is director of photography. Is your job made easier or harder depending on the actors that you're working with?
You know, it all depends. You know, in this case, it was easier. You know, I've had some of my own films where it was harder, and there's some films that I've done myself that I just canceled the whole thing because it wasn't flowing right. But in this case here, it was really great. Everyone was flowing really nice, and the producers had everything going, so there was no problems at all. It was fun actually. You know, so yeah, it was easy.
Can you tell us about a time when it wasn't fun?
Oh man, I think my pants ripped. Literally, my pants ripped, and they was like Prince with the chaps. The butt hanging out, everything. Yeah, it's a true story. I'm sitting there shooting, and my girlfriend was like, "Hey, look at that." And my pants were just flapping all in the wind, you know. Like, wow. But after we laughed, and it was fun, you know. But other than that, I didn't have a bad time at all.
All right.
Where else might this movie be shown?
Well, we are just beginning the festival circuit. I think this is second or third fest that we've shown at. So we're, in the region and around the nation going to film festivals. And then, we're going to Muskogee at the end of this month to the Bare Bones Film Festival. And after that, we'll figure out how to get it distributed, what level of distribution we're going to get. We're not going to have a theatrical release. I don't see a theatrical release for this. So.
Any more questions? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Give me a hand one more time.